All right, friends, it's T-Man, and we're back again with another video on our good friend, you know who, JasonBlaha. I mean, it was time for a JasonBlaha video, I guess. I haven't done one in a bit, okay? Yeah, I'm going to react to the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave himself, JasonBlaha, the strength and fitness dude, whatever. Blaha says, how to make power lifters and strength athletes have a good physique. Lower body fat? Take steroids? I don't know.
Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here, and today I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about how to take people who train like powerlifters and just make them look better. And I'm saying that is...
Aren't they supposed to be looking better? They're lifting weights, right? Don't weights make you look better? Lifting?
someone who I do pretty well right now online with the general population, right? A lot of my pictures and stuff I put up, they get a lot of compliments. People follow it on OnlyFans, pay for it, everything else. So I'm not talking about bodybuilding, guys, because I mean, bodybuilding does not appeal to the general person.
What? Bodybuilding absolutely appeals to the general person. That was the reason people went to the gym, to bodybuild. Are you talking about aesthetic building or bodybuilding, like real bodybuilding? Are you talking about people on drugs? They call themselves bodybuilders, these drug addicts. They take a drug and then they just pump themselves up and then they appear. That isn't bodybuilding if you're taking a drug. That's something you're doing artificial. Bodybuilding means that you're building myofibrillar growth. Why wouldn't it appeal to anybody? Makes you muscular, makes you look good, especially if you have low body fat. You just start looking better and better all the time. I don't know what Blaha's talking about, man.
And I think people need to understand.
And it makes you super strong. Makes you stronger than anybody. That is, especially, you're stronger than powerlifters. If you're doing bodybuilding, you're stronger than a powerlifter. You're going to be probably even stronger than these strongmen themselves too. See what I mean? If you're doing real bodybuilding, I don't know what you're doing out there, but if you really are doing real bodybuilding, you're going to be stronger than them. I'm talking about people not on drugs. I'm talking about people that are doing things in a natural world, naturally, like normally. You understand me? I'm not talking about like Blaha faking it and doing all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah.
So we have to set that community aside. We have to set that community aside.
He has to set that community aside? What?
Okay, we're talking about to the majority of people, if someone saying, wow, that person's jacked, they look good. So what would people who train as powerlifters...
Listen, Blaha is not bodybuilding. I don't know why he's trying to convince everybody he's bodybuilding. He's not bodybuilding. He's just... He's starving himself to lose body fat. He's body fat losing is what he's doing.
Need to do to reach that.
Or whatever the heck he's doing here.
Right? What do they need to do?
This isn't bodybuilding. This is powerlifting. It's concentric.
A couple things really. They don't need to stop the powerlifting.
All of his lifts are concentric. I don't know why. Because he's carrying it over from so-called powerlifting. Remember what he said? Oh, we can carry over powerlifting to everything, every sport or whatever, or something. Well, real bodybuilding isn't a sport because it compromises sport of performance. So he carried over this powerlifting to bodybuilding. So he forgoed the eccentric. He's just lifting concentrically. So what he got there, what did he carry over? Nothing. The concentric lifts. He got that zero. Did he build anything? No. Did he get low body fat? Yeah, because he starved himself, right? I don't know. He's on starvation diets or whatever the heck he's doing here. And he's taking steroids, so he's a little bit pumped or something. I don't know.
The heavy lifting, okay? They don't. You just need to add some isolation work.
They don't do heavy lifting. What are you talking about? Bodybuilders do astronomically heavy lifting for reps and sets. What are you talking about?
You need to get your diet under control.
They do. I have no idea what Blaha is talking about. Okay?
You add some isolation work and you need to get your diet under control. And I'm saying that as someone who has definitely gotten leaner over the years. I used to be definitely...
Bodybuilders lift astronomically heavy. You understand me? And they're strong in the eccentric and concentric. Power lifters are not strong eccentrically. They're weak mother effers. Get it, dude? They're weak. Because they do not emphasize eccentric. They do not build myofibrillars. They do not build muscle. They do not build strength eccentrically. The only thing they do is lift concentrically. They left everything else out. See what I mean? That's why his physique looks the way it does, poor. That's why he has to take steroids and fake it on his channel, because concentric exercise doesn't do anything but make you better at lifting concentrically, like leaving the planet.
A fluffier, softer lifter, right? But now at this point, I've trimmed down to a pretty.
Yeah, he was fluffy and soft. Remember, just a couple years ago, he was so fat. Remember how fat he was? 300 pounds, he said, right? And now he's down to like 180 pounds or something. I don't know.
Athletic body fat. Again, a body fat that to the average person is going to appeal to them.
So where's all that muscle? He was 300 pounds, and now he's like 180 or something pounds, okay, at 5'7" or some shit. So where's all that muscle? And he keeps telling you he's building muscle, and then he says he's doing bodybuilding. But meanwhile, he's not bodybuilding. He's really, it's carryover, it's concentric, all his lifting. It's very light, and he's just dropping body fat. Okay. That's not bodybuilding.
To some extent. I'm not saying I'm everyone's cup of tea, but again, I get a lot of guys who follow us of like, wow, I killed it. Like, you're 48, are you serious? So.
Oh, I love this one. You're 48, are you serious? Okay, I'm going on 57. Am I serious too?
Yeah, and how did I do some of that? I started dieting more strictly, and I've always eaten clean.
Yeah, he started dieting, and he's fucking takes Primo. He said he takes Primo and Test. Takes testosterone and Primobolan, these depots. So dieting, or is it the Primo depot that's causing this so-called low body fat? See what I'm trying to explain to you? I don't know if he's using it, or if he's not, or he's faking it. Who knows? Maybe he's lying. I don't know what he's doing. Who the hell knows? He's crazy.
I always ate a lot more. And I've done stuff like vertical type dieting,
Okay.
where you gain significant amounts of body weight. Here's what I'm going to say. Powerlifters, if you're
He's
not
done vertical dieting. He just made that up. It's something fake.
trying to compete in a big heavyweight class, you don't need to bulk like that. And anyone who wants to lift really heavy, you don't need to bulk up fat. You don't have to do it. There's no evidence for it. In fact, the evidence says the opposite. The evidence in the lab shows literally bulking hard does nothing but put fat on you. You don't gain any more muscle. Right? But they were like, but we get stronger. Yeah, because fat literally changes your leverages on some lifts. Okay? So we can come in and do all these big power lifts. Like you see me doing squat, bench, and deadlift here. All right, what am I doing up at the start of this? You saw me do 555 for a triple on the deadlift. You're going to see me do a nice, clean pause bench with 315 for a triple. You saw me do a 500 back squat. Okay? Okay? We can do all this heavy stuff. Now, these are not world-class numbers for a younger guy, but they're world-class numbers for my age bracket, by the way. Keep that in mind. I'm 48. So when you start plugging these in, yes, I have elite lifts by powerlifting standards. Right. I could hit an elite total right now today. Nope.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever, man. Yeah, he taking steroids, bro, to lift this weight. Okay, whatever.
Problem walking in for Masters 2. So
Sure.
we don't have to not do these things. Keep doing them. It's fine. What I'm going to say, you need to do isolation work, right? And sure, people are like, oh yeah, we're doing extensions there. Cool.
He just talks on and on and on about stuff that makes absolutely no sense and will never get you to your destination.
Or see, I'm all powerlifting.
He's never reaching his destination. It's destination zero.
Do extensions for their bench, sure.
Yeah, sure, extensions.
All
Yeah,
right.
for the bench, yes.
But that's not just what we're talking about.
Look, it's a concentric tricep exercise. Look, he go to the top, partially down. He doesn't go all the way down and go partially up.
You need to do stuff like
See where he goes? Look. He didn't even do it for a full concentric. All his exercises are not full range of motion. That's just baloney.
pull-ups, chin-ups. You need to do curls. You need to do, I recommend some shoulder work. I like pullovers. I like pullovers a lot.
He does, because he loves squeezing his muscles. That's why he likes those. He wants to squeeze his muscles.
In fact, I would argue, if you really want to add a couple things to your training, and you'll see it in here, like if you're kind of powerlifter type, you do all that heavy lifting.
Yeah.
We already know you do triceps. All powerlifters do triceps. You need to come in and do some curls.
They do they?
You should consider some pullovers. Pullovers, absolutely great for improving aesthetics overall, right? Great for improving aesthetics. Obviously, you want your lats as wide as possible, but don't we do a lot of that for powerlifting? Powerlifters have always taught you that. You want big lats. We should be doing rows, pull-ups. So more of them will push rows than pull-ups because a lot of powerlifters are too fat to do pull-ups, let alone weighted pull-ups, okay? But you need to train lats, obviously, but again, pullovers, curls. So here we go. You'll see me doing the curls here. You need to do curls. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Having biceps that are too small is not going to make you look good walking around in public. Definitely not in a t-shirt. Okay? Having some guns that the sleeves hug your guns, this is what you want. And get in and do some curls. Don't come in and let's just do power curls. I used to do that too. All right, no, stop. Come in and do some real curls. Like, look right here. We're focusing, squeezing every rep, full range of motion. All right, working all the functions of the bicep like a bodybuilder. Same thing here. I'm just repping out some pullovers.
No, you're not lifting like a bodybuilder. Maybe a drug builder, but not bodybuilder.
And I'm doing like 40, 50 reps here with this 45 pound.
Look at him. He just bends a little bit, pushes it forward. He ain't doing anything here at all.
Pullovers. They'll build your chest, last long.
See what I mean? That's what people do in the gym. It's all concentric lifting, man. They're just wasting their time. Whatever. And these light weights. No wonder why people think it's all accessory work. It's ridiculous.
You gotta do tricep or delts. Okay, get in and do stuff like this. But then you also need dietary control. Stop bulking up fat.
Blaha has these videos up, like he keeps saying these are his clients or something. I don't see them mentioning him in his videos. I don't hear them say, I know Blaha, or I'm a client of his, or anything like that. I don't have clients, but people, they contact me, they ask me to do some critiquing of their videos or something. They mention me in their videos, they direct their videos towards me. You know what I mean? It's more than once. I have not posted all of them, but many people have directed their videos to me. They wanted to show me what they look like after doing a lot of eccentric exercises. They've been doing for a while, and they sent it to me. I didn't post everything. On my channel. You know, I just wanted to keep it private for them. I didn't want to bother them, really. But they had sent me their physique, showing me what they look like after doing like horrendous amounts of like eccentric exercises for quite a few weeks. And they definitely had a lot of improvement. Like, they just looked fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know this client thing that Blaha has. I just never hear anybody talk about Blaha in their videos. They never see anything. I don't see anything of them directing their videos to him or anything like that. There isn't any proof that these people are his clients. See what I mean? Just makes no sense, but whatever.
Don't be afraid of clean eating. Don't be afraid of fasting. So for me, that's been a big one. You know?
Don't be afraid of starvation. Don't be afraid of clean eating. I love this one. Don't be afraid of clean eating. Why? What's there to be afraid of if you eat clean? Don't be afraid of starving yourself. You should be. You'll be in negative nitrogen balance if you starve.
I trimmed down.
Look, if you're growing muscles, if you're really bodybuilding, right, which bodybuilders, we lift eccentrically, if you're really bodybuilding, building your body, building myofibrillar growth, then you need to be in a positive nitrogen balance. If you're not, forget it. See what I mean? The run is short. You go for a couple of months, a half a year, 8 months, or whatever, maybe even a year. And you need to be in a positive nitrogen balance. And every week you come in, you just damage these muscle fibers, get bigger and stronger. Now, how you go about doing it is up to you. How many different exercises you add to whatever muscle group you're doing is up to you to overwork it to get that damage. I can't tell you for sure. Look, if you're working on your shoulders, you're definitely going to use a press, whether it's from the front or behind. You can need a press, and I don't know if you're using dumbbells or a barbell. You definitely need a press, or maybe cables. You bend over a bit with the cables. You do it horizontally. You press them horizontally. You understand me? So, yeah, astronomically heavy too with the cable machines. You can still use cables for pressing for your shoulders. Can you fly them? Yes, you fly them. Side delt, rear delt, side delt. See what I mean? Pull down crossovers. You pull down the weight, lay on your back, pull down as heavy as you can, pull the weight, and do these crossovers for your rear delts. Then when standing up, you want to do them at least single arm. You can do both. If you can manage that too, you can do that, but single arm would be better, astronomically heavy, just emphasizing the shoulder. The front part of the delt, you simply want the delt to do all the work. You hold the weight and you move your delt upward. Your elbow kind of bends and your hand is kind of moving, but you're not flying it in front of your head. You're simply, the shoulder is kind of lifting up. The shoulder's lifting, not your arm. And then it's dragging back down eccentrically. So these are things you need to figure out. Your chest, you do middle, upper, lower, and you may even finish with some presses with the cable machine. Presses, not flies. Don't do flies, it's a waste of time. Like I said, these are things you need to figure out. Your back exercises should be heavy that you're just emphasizing the back, doing the back, and not using your arms all the time. See what I mean?
At one time, I trimmed down over 40 pounds from my heaviest at a power lifter. I'm up a bit now, but I've made some lean gains, regaining some of what I had lost at certain points. Most of that's been done just by fasting, right? I fast in the mornings. I really like intermittent fasting. I train fasted, and that's been something I do.
He trains starved. What the heck? You're negative nitrogen balance. You're breaking down proteins. You can't do that as a natural lifter. Maybe Blaha can get away with it because he's taking steroids. They're wasting drugs. They use them for patients that are wasting away, like HIV or whatever. They have a problem. They're wasting away. They give them these drugs. Or they had heavy surgery to promote something, to get the repair going there, just to kick it off. So I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you're going to starve and work out starved. Don't do that. It won't work for you people, natural people.
But I'm not saying that's the route you have to go.
Sure.
I've gotten to where I really enjoy fasted training, and I think particularly when I started.
He enjoys starvation training. I could never starve myself training. I have to eat a lot of protein before I go to the gym. You understand me? And something quick that would get into my system, I eat a couple of eggs, maybe 6 raw eggs. It's got some cholesterol, whatever. I go to the gym and I work out. But after my workout, I eat horrendous amounts of seafood and protein and meat and beef and whatever. Get it? Yeah.
Doing more and more rep work on certain exercises, right? I found that I didn't get nauseated. That empty stomach really works well for me personally. It works really well. But clean your diet up.
Okay.
Start adding more conditioning work. Add more cardio. Stop eating junk food. Okay? Too many powerlifters think they're supposed to live on bacon, double bacon cheeseburgers. Okay? Eating fried food. Don't be doing all that. Eat clean. I don't care whether you do a high carb or a low carb route. You want to do the steak, egg, and avocado route with low carbs? Great, that works great. You want to be a chicken, brown rice, and broccoli type bro, and sweet potatoes? Hey, that works great. But I'm not saying that's all you have to eat. I'm saying those are your foundational meals. Like those are things that you say, hey, these are meals I'm going to eat almost every day, right? The kind of your foundational stuff that you know that you're going to do all the time. Okay? So yes, that sort of eating works. Intermittent fasting works. Eating clean, cutting out the junk food, cutting out refined fats, refined oils, that includes butter, cutting out the refined sugars. All this stuff will go a really, really long way for you on this, okay? So clean the diet up, lose the body fat, come down to a healthy, athletic body fat. You don't have to be shredded, okay? You don't have to be shredded. In fact, most people don't like that. But you need to be lean enough to at least have a flat stomach and the outline of some ab, right? You'll look better. People will like it. You'll get noticed more. Especially when your shirt's off. Keep in mind how the average person looks, and keep in mind these influencers you get shredded don't look like that year round.
Okay.
Okay? Lean.
These influencers, usually these influencers are on something artificial to create that artificially.
Enough to have a little bit of ab. Build your arm.
Natural just means you never created it. You never created it natural. Whatever look that you're doing there, you never created it naturally. That's why it goes away. When they stop taking these drugs, bye-bye. Even the creatine, even the turkesterone, everything else that you use, anything that you do, you create something fakely, it will go away.
Arms, get your back and shoulders wider, okay? Stuff that you need to do. Get in and do your isolation work. Clean the diet up.
Yes,
do some cardio, right? you're going to live a lot longer, you're going to look a lot better, you're going to be more well-rounded. Okay?
Well, you're definitely going to live a lot longer if you just focus every so often to keep up with eccentric exercises and not be a lifting slave in the gym like this guy. See what I mean? That's what I realized. My experience taught me that now. If I had known all these things earlier in my life, I thought about it. Plus, I moved away. I was living in a foreign country. I was doing a bunch of stuff, man. I was starting to live the life, and that kind of stuff. Got caught up in it. The thing is, if I knew a lot of the stuff that I knew as I got older, what I know now, I would go back and change a lot of things. You know what I mean? Definitely. Who wouldn't, right? So, yeah, it's always like, you learn your entire life and we all die stupid in the end. And when you're still learning, look, we're still learning the rest of our lives and we'll still die stupid. You understand me? You learn your entire life, but you'll still die stupid. Why? Because you can't know everything. It's impossible to know everything. This universe, we don't know anything. Because we're not born with knowledge. We just learn through experiences. That's why when you read PubMed, NCBI, it's all based on experiences. That's all it really is. Everything is. People are experimenting. It's based on experiences, experimentation. That's the only way humans could learn. Why do you think they always say you have to fail to win? Why do you have to fail to win? See what I mean? Because if you knew how to win, you wouldn't fail, now would you? See what I'm trying to explain to you? So you have to go through these trials and tribulations because you're learning. You don't know for sure. You're learning. And then you get better at it. You get better and better and better at it. You can only ever get better at doing something. You don't get worse at doing things. That's a lie. You just get better. If you initiate anything you're doing, you always will get better at it. See what I mean? But Blaha, seemingly he's the only person I know on the internet that's gotten worse at doing it, which is kind of odd. This defies everything in science.
And you can still train like a power lifter, right?
Yeah.
You can still come in and hit 500-pound squats and things, guys, like I'm doing right there. No.
Yeah, listen to me. If you lift eccentrically, then you can do all those things, and you can do them all the time. And you don't even have to come to a gym to keep practicing. You can literally take a year off, and I bet you when you come back, you'll still be able to do all those heavy lifts. Again, concentrically and eccentrically, both.
Problem. You need to do this other stuff. All right, guys.
And your muscle will stay. It won't just disappear. You want to know why? Because it's based on myofibrillar growth. See what I mean? Not just I masked up something with nothing.
But that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. And I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.
Yes, very informative, Blaha. Because at the point where I just don't listen to anything you have to say. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.